You guys want us in the video or no?
Sure.
Like,
your girl struggled. I'm not even gonna lie, she struggled.
I'm in one of the soundproof cubbies so we can talk freely.
Puppy won't let me get a bird. I'm gonna check y'all out.
How do we celebrate our anniversary, you know, centered around food? Hot lemon water is like really doing it for me right now.
You and me were meant to be as one. The universe has known it all along. Written in the stars, you and me forever, yeah.
Hey you guys, happy Sunday. We are leaving church. This is week 2 of our fast, but it's the beginning of a new week. New week, the first of the week, Sunday. I always consider Sunday to be the first day of the week, and so we made it. 7 days. Well, we're on day 8, right, of the fast. Your girl struggled. I'm not even gonna lie, she struggled, but I'm very happy that being on this end and knowing that I did it and that I can do it. I'm gonna be careful of my words and how I say things because the power is in the tongue. We're gonna stop to Ulta real quick because I ran out of my body oil. O'Shea. I posted it in the last vlog, and I didn't get to go. And then we may go by Sephora to get the things. No bum cream. Okay, no Sephora, y'all. Just Ulta. So two stops. So I don't know if we don't have anything else planned today. So yeah, we will check in with you guys a little bit later. Y'all, this is what happens when you go to the early service. You think everything is open. It is. They don't open till 11, so it's 10:55. I'm trying to think if I want to go sit back in the car or if I want to stand out here for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go back and sit in the car. They don't open till 11. All right, so we're gonna go to PetSmart. 5 minutes.
Open by the time
I come out. Yeah.
PetSmart.
You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
You good? Okay. All right, yeah. I'm gonna see if
like my dad.
Like your dad? I'm gonna see if they got some treats for the buns. Some more treats. Maybe some more toys. I don't know. They need some more activities. So Shadow needs some more doggy pads. She is trained. I also have gotten them out of Home Goods, so I can get some tomorrow. Get the birds. Y'all, puppy won't let me get a bird.
No more pets.
Y'all hear him? No more pets. Oh my goodness. My daddy had a bird. He actually had like 2 or 3 birds. Maybe 2 birds. We're a pet fan. I was raised with all the pets, y'all. Oh, here we go. Ooh, buy 3, get the 4th free. He found toys. What's that? Now, you know they had one of those before and they made a whole mess.
It did. And one of these.
Yep. I mean, we can get it, but I'm just saying, just beware. Because, like, you can hide the food in there. Now, they do like these, but they like the apple.
That's carrot.
I know. They have, what's this? Timothy Party Pack? This might be nice. Oh, this is cute. Okay, let's get this. See, you can bury food in here.
Oh, is this the same? Why would we get the small sticks instead of the big sticks? It's $6.99. And it's $5.99. So the difference?
$1.
I mean, the other type would be a smarty smart. So you want to get the big ones?
Let's get the small ones because you know they run and steal from each other and you don't want them to like hit the other. You know, it'd be tragic. Okay, y'all. I think we're good. Papa got his buns, some toys, some treats. Let's go to Ulta. Oh, that's why I've never gotten a big one because they don't have the big one at this location.
Let me know if you need it. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Because when I found out that they had it, I was like, hi.
You guys doing okay today?
We are. I just needed some oil.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
I think they're on sale today.
Oh, for how much?
I think they're like
50% off?
Yeah.
You ain't. Let me get. These things are not cheap. Thank you. I totally missed the sign. I wonder if they got the new Prada in here. Oh, they do, but it's sold out. Dang, hold on, let me smell this. Wait, I gotta let that dry down. Man, I wonder if they got any in the bag. Oh, this is that Donna Karen's deodorant. I need to like really smell this dry down. See what I smell like later. This is the one I have. Right? Yeah. Love this one.
You guys want us in the video or no?
Huh?
You guys want us in the video or no?
Sure.
I just like to.
Digitize if you want.
Yes. Dang, I'm gonna ask them if they know. Wait. Hi. Good. Y'all don't have any more Prada in the bag. Is everything out?
Yeah, that product sells really
I
quick.
know.
Really, really quick. You have a phone number with us?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for which?
I have a vlog.
Okay.
I have a vlog. Yes. The Sony ZV-10.
That's the one I got.
Yes. You have a vlog too? What do you do? What do you?
You know, I'm trying to get it together. I've been inconsistent, but yeah.
What's your channel?
So I
Yeah, we'll
it's
check you
sincerely
out.
Tip. It's just a lifestyle vlog type of channel, but I haven't like been super consistent.
Oh,
like I
okay.
would like to be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That and then also like TikTok and stuff. But yeah, I have a few.
I'm not consistent on there. I'm
It's
like,
almost like entertainment. You can insert it. It's
Yeah.
almost like entertainment.
I'm like, oh, with the TikToking and reels. Oh goodness. Okay, well we're ShanaJaye and Eric. So we vlog lifestyle vlog.
I'm gonna check y'all out.
What's your name again? Yeah, tell us your channel there.
Oh, Sincerely Tip. That's my name.
Sincerely Tip.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You
Bye.
I could walk to the Sprouts if I wanted to.
too. Okay, go ahead. I'll meet you. No, that's a secret way you getting me to drive. I just realized. So we're about to go to Sprouts instead of Publix, y'all. It's right here, literally. A deal? Can we talk about a deal, y'all? 2 for the price of 1 of those oils, because I use them. It's so good. It feels good. It smells very spa and luxurious. Gosh, is he in a rush?
I guess. A rush to park, it seems.
Goodness. All right, so we're gonna go in Sprouts.
Get grapefruits.
Let's see, what is this? 3 of them now. Can I see these salad mixers? Let's see.
It's pretty much just
Yeah.
the spring mix and the baby arugula.
No, that's fine. I'm getting them for my bunnies, but they don't like it when they have more spinach
Okay.
than the.
Just had to get tomorrow. It's the same mix.
Yeah, this one looks good. Huh? I didn't hear what you said.
I was just saying, do what you said, what you was gonna do tomorrow. Cause
Yeah, get those.
I've gotten them this before from Sprouts, so I'm not worried about it. You want to try some pomegranate chims? See, babe, it's like messing up.
Okay.
You want some cantaloupe?
Yeah, I can try cantaloupe. Yeah. So let's just get the pineapple and we good. That's it.
We did it, man. We did it.
Hey you guys, so we are home from church and I'm about to drink my first juice of the day. It's the sweet greens.
Sweet greens are made of these. Who am I to disagree? No?
No, it was good. As usual. So we are going to get out of our church clothes. And I didn't say grace. Okay. Get out of our church clothes and relax. I have some editing to do for Tuesday's vlog. If you guys haven't seen it, it'll be in the eye in the sky. I'm in the way. Oh. Yeah, and then we're gonna just relax. So we'll see y'all possibly later, but if not, tomorrow.
What is that?
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it round my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden.
Can you get out a glass bowl? I saw y'all did a double take in our way, but I guess you looked back down. We forgetting about my key card. Hi you guys, so we just made it into the office. I'm in one of the soundproof cubbies so we can talk freely. As you know, where's my whatchamajiggy? As you know, I come into the office. I try to come in twice a week, but it only ends up being once. So we're gonna work on that, but I have a meeting in about a half an hour. Sorry y'all, I had to put the face lock back on it. We're just gonna sign in, check a few emails, and while I'm doing that, I can kind of chat with you all. So, from a fasting standpoint, you guys, you see I got my water. It's giving me what I need, along with, you know, just reaching out to God, praying for strength. But I can't recall the scripture like right away, but part of fasting is not like showing people that you're fasting, like sinking in your faces. You know, God says, Jesus says, like wash your face and put oil on your head, like make yourself look presentable, because the point isn't to be like, oh, woe is me, I'm fasting. So, you know, you're really not supposed to broadcast. And then while I know we're sharing this with you all, it's not something in our public lives that we're like telling everybody that, hey, we're fasting, we're doing this thing with our church, and, you know, this, that, and the other. I've only had to turn down a couple of invitations to eat or drink for somebody, and I just kept it vague for the most part. So how have you all been? I mean, you know, it's the beginning of the year. Are you meeting your goals? Are you doing everything you set out to do? I definitely hope so. For us, it's, you know, it's progress, like this season of fasting, like again, just trying to grow closer to the Lord and kind of break some of the strongholds around food. But I definitely have a lot of other things I'm looking to do out of it, which was between me and the big guy. But in general, you guys know, I mentioned getting my career on track and the next steps when it comes to finances and things like that. And that includes the shop. So everything my wife is doing is amazing and great, but we're not too prideful to ask for help. So I'll be reaching out to a few contacts to help us with grant writing as well as some other endeavors. So I don't have a lot of contacts from my business world that are relevant to what we're doing. I did get some great help when we were getting the property and trying to negotiate the lease deal from one of my mentors here at work. My network is like quality over quantity is what I like to say, but it hasn't really grown significantly in a while because I've just been in the same group doing the same thing. So it might be time to expand and try something different. But, we're thinking through all options, all the things we could possibly want to do. So that's it. But yeah, you guys, I'm here, I'm logged on. I doubt you want to see me like click and clack away at the computer in my whisper voice. I mean, if you like ASMR, then this might be the thing for you. But aside from that, I'll let you guys go and maybe check in later. Check in when I hit the road after attending a couple meetings and getting back home to finish out the day. All right? Talk to you later. Hi, you guys. So, a good set of meetings in the office today. I don't really stay and lollygag and do too much. Once those meetings are done, I'm out to the comfort of my home office. It allows me to beat the traffic and just focus on work and not working and then trying to beat the traffic. So I'm about to head on home and I will talk to you later. It is a rainy day. They're filming something over there, you guys. They got tents out. They got signs that say extras report here. If you didn't know, Atlanta has turned itself into a little movie making hotspot. Tyler Perry Studios and all the Marvel movies that get done down here. Starting off the year, there definitely was a lull. I have this one big project that I'm working on, and it takes a significant amount of time, but in all honesty, not all my time. And in the world post-acquisition, my company was swallowed up. In the world post-acquisition, billable hours is a thing. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know why billable hours is a thing, but that's the model. You guys might not care about this, but it's fresh on my mind because I just left those meetings. For the big project I've worked on, what I do need to do is kind of organize a little bit more. I have all my things together, all my ducks in a row, but I need to just start like this full-on like jot list of all of the issues and items that come up for this project. We kind of cover them and we track them through another mechanism, but I just need another view for myself because we had a whole conversation and several things came out of that conversation and I didn't write down a single thing. So it's left to my memory. And then sometimes when things are super important, they'll bubble up to the top. But sometimes, especially in Corp-Am, something's important, you lose sight of it, and the next thing you know, like there's a fire drill, and no one wants to deal with that in any corporate job. So that's all I say about that. Switching gears to the fasting, I'm feeling good. I think I was able to present myself and speak and move in a way where, again, as I said, alluded to the scripture, people didn't necessarily see that I was like feeling as weak as I feel. I'm strong in the Lord, strong in the flesh. I mean, strong in the spirit, weak in the flesh. But yeah, so that was good. But you guys, another problem came to, I guess it really didn't come to my attention because I thought about it going into the new year and knowing how long the fast was gonna be. But me and wifey's anniversary is like smack dab in the middle of the final days of the fast. And if you know us, we're like food people. We go to restaurants. Even when we go to city winery to listen to live music, we're listening to music with a meal, you know? How do we celebrate our anniversary in a way that's fun, romantic, that both of us will enjoy, that isn't, you know, centered around food? Now, if you go back, and maybe wifey will put it in the eye in the sky, we had a tradition of going to the ballet for our Valentine's / our anniversary, since our anniversary is like January-ish, late January-ish, and Valentine's Day is a couple weeks in February. We would, you know, kind of wait a couple weeks or wait a week and go to the ballet, and that would be our thing. And it's still something we can do. But you know, just thinking about other activities. If you guys have any ideas, maybe put them in the comments. Near a Topgolf there is like axe throwing, but I mean that might be too much physical exertion for us right now. I don't want there to be any accidents because we misfired an axe. But that sounds like fun. We've done like the little pottery thing. I think we have that video up if you go back to that. And I think wifey planned that one, right? Was that around our anniversary, or was that just a fun thing to do? Might have been for Valentine's Day, but we went to this like ceramic studio, this pot studio, where they show you how to, you know, shape the mud and all that kind of stuff, like in Ghost. You know what I mean? So that was fun. So you guys, I've said it before, my wife is the best driver with the most subscribers. That's what I always say to her. And I say subscribers, I mean Instagram, because I don't even do anything on my Instagram. But she has like this sixth sense when it comes to driving. She can weave and bob and this and that. Me, when I'm going somewhere, especially if I don't know where I'm going or haven't been there before, I will get in the lane and I'm in the lane. Like, I'm not doing all that bobbing. Now, I'm not slow. I'm not saying that. I'm not the guy you gotta pull up behind and start honking at. But another thing about me, it's no place I'm trying to get to that seriously. No place. All right, and if it is, then it'll happen. But I mean, if you want me to call out the things, it's no place I'm trying to get to with that level of urgency. So I drive, you know what I mean? I got a heavy foot though, wife will say that. So again, I'm not the slowest of the slow. And also when we're driving between states, across state lines, or like long journeys, I'm the driver, because, you know, I just have the stamina for it. You know, I can just sit in the cockpit and just keep going, you know, and all of that. But anyway, the other thing was we finally finished watching Wednesday. I know we've been talking about Wednesday for weeks on end. We had 2 more episodes to go, and every time we said, you want to watch Wednesday? It's like, no, let's watch something else. And we don't say it like it wasn't good or we didn't enjoy it, but you have to be in a certain mood for certain shows. So we just never had the right, you know, the right mood for the rest of that show. Even though it was funny and her personality is crazy. In this disconnected, modern, almost anti-social society, myself included, like, the way she pushes people away is sad but funny at the same time. Then, I mean, a lot of shows are coming back for their, like, winter, summer run, but nothing I can think to talk about. So anyway, you guys, I won't keep you. Won't turn this into a full-blown driving vlog. I'll just go back home with my water, log back on, and finish work. Oh, so we can talk about this. So if you go to Vice on YouTube, there was a debate on masculinity, right? A debate on masculinity. And so what I just said was like, you know, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna, you know, roll up my sleeves. I'm gonna get to work, you know, And that is a characteristic of, let me turn this down so you can hear, but my thing is fogging up. That is a characteristic of manhood, to just take ownership, to take responsibility, to be a good steward. But it does not mean that women do not have those same characteristics within them. It's the same way you can think about testosterone and estrogen. Every man has an amount of estrogen in them, but it's a certain amount. When that amount is out of balance, you get all kinds of things that go wrong. And so I feel the same way for the most part about masculinity and femininity, right? The other thing I will say about masculinity is defined by your exposure to it, right? So if you were someone who had a father or has a father who displays certain characteristics within them, whether favorable or unfavorable, you would attribute those things to masculinity, right? And if you didn't have a father, it's kind of like a computer program or an equation. If this is empty, then go to the next thing, right? If this is no, then that. So if you did not have a father or active male role model within the family, you would look to other men in your vicinity, right, in your environment, and you would kind of say, okay, I guess this is what masculinity is, because the men who are doing these things exhibit these qualities. So they're tough, they're mean, they don't want to be a punk, and I'm talking about the quote-unquote toxic elements of masculinity. So the definition of masculinity can be fluid to an extent, but the only thing that I would have said if I were in that panel is, let's not diminish or undermine the need for both energies to exist in companionship, and let's not diminish the need, and let's not diminish the reality that both qualities are important, right? The idea that there's no such thing as masculinity and femininity and everything is on equal footing takes away one of the basic things that human beings need to learn how to do, which is communicate and collaborate with people who are different than you. And so people are different along racial lines, but they're also different along what used to be called gender lines, right? Like, how do men relate with women? How do women relate with men? Like, those are things as human beings we're designed to learn. We're supposed to learn about one another. And saying that, oh, it doesn't matter, all things are the same, all things are equal, takes away that reality that we need to learn how to work together. Does that make sense? I don't want to get too like into the weeds about it, or even into the scripture. I'm just trying to keep it as basic as possible. But when you try to remove all the differences, or you say that these things don't matter, you're saying that certain characteristics don't need to learn how to interact with one another. Case in point, a woman can be a protector. Women are protectors. Like, have you ever seen a mom and somebody come after they baby? Like, yes, mama bear will pounce. But here's the thing, and let's go back to like olden days or whatever for a minute. Let's say there was food that needed to be harvested, or there were like invaders or animals, wild animals coming after, you know, the pack. There has to be a protective, more assertive energy to go out and face that. Go out and face that with a plan based on logic, based on discipline, right? Learning the discipline on how to hunt, how to do this, how to do that. Again, doesn't mean women don't have discipline, because they have discipline up and down. But while that is happening, who's running the show back home? Who is CEO, CFO, you know, president, chief, holding things down at home? And that is important. Like, let's not say that those things aren't important. And we could flip it. We could have you know, like we love the woman king. Like, you can have the women going out and fighting those battles, but who's at home then? It can be the men, but all I'm trying to say is the energies are different and they have to complement each other. So if you call one trait A and one trait B and take off the labels of masculine and feminine, like, one tends to favor one set of people and the other tends to favor the other set of people, but it doesn't mean it's a unilateral thing, right? I mean, even in the Bible, Deborah was like one of the judges, and if you know anything, a judge was basically the leader of the Israelite people at that time. There were groups of judges, and this was before the first king Saul. So, you know, you had these people after Moses and Joshua who were the judges of the Israelite people, and Deborah was one of them. So obviously she can lead, obviously she can take charge, obviously she's assertive. If you read the story, she does what she needs to do. You know, she's bashing heads in. So, you know, it just kind of, again, goes to what you're witnessing, what you're seeing. But even if you're a man who's not assertive, right, who doesn't necessarily rise to the occasion and take responsibility where you need to be complimented by someone who does, to an extent, and y'all can equally level each other out and be equally yoked. I'm going into a whole nother thing, but it was just a fascinating debate. I'm not saying you gotta watch it. I hope, you know, me talking about it gives you enough. And again, no disrespect to anybody or any group of people. I think I was pretty down the middle with my little take on it, but if you have any comments or questions or anything about it, let's just be polite in the comments and all of that kind of stuff. You know, I definitely never set out to offend anybody because I don't have that kind of energy. I just don't. I can give you my whole backstory on why I'm the last person to try to insult somebody. Like, no, that's not my bag. But anyway, all right, I'll wrap this up here and we will talk later. So anyway, yeah, my top 5 in TV and movies. So we watch quite a bit of stuff. Not everything sticks, and we don't even finish everything in this world of binging and all that good stuff. But for the year of 2022, and this isn't necessarily something that's come out in 2022. I think most of them did, but it could be something we just watched in 2022. You gotta go pee? Yeah, you gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. So where was I? All right, yeah, shows that didn't necessarily come out in 2022, but we watched in 2022, but I think all of them fall in that category. And starting at number 5, and this is my list, and maybe Wifey will give you her list in this vlog or next week. This is actually good, you guys. I haven't had anything with flavor in a while, and just hot lemon water is like really doing it for me right now. The natural sweetness of lemon, because while lemons are sour, anything with, you know, fructose in it, you know, has a little bit of sugar, right? So it does have a little hint of sweet, and my senses are just super heightened, especially my sense of smell. But okay, this top 5 shows. All right, so at 5 is Arcane. Arcane came on Netflix. It's animated. They do a great job of infusing emotion into the narrative. You know, I did a whole video on how animation is a medium, not a genre. Meaning that you can tell any story animated. A lot of times we like to think of cartoons as animation and those two things being synonymous, but cartoons are literally for children. They are to babysit children, maybe give them a little nugget of a lesson, but you know, SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, you know, stuff like that. But there are several animated movies, Prince of Egypt being one of my favorites, that is just like emotionally impactful. It will wreck you if you let it. But if you go in there thinking, oh, this is a cartoon, and don't allow yourself to experience the characters like you would any other character, you're gonna miss out. But Arcane was that. I have no familiarity with the game it's based on, League of Legends, but the characters are great. Jinx reminds me a lot of Harley Quinn, and just how she's just so manic. But I'll leave it at that. I definitely recommend Arcane on Netflix. At 4, at the tail end of the year, is Best Man: The Last Chapter. It was just great to see black actors who are all very accomplished and good at what they do come together to kind of close out that story. Essentially, it's the end of a trilogy, where the last trilogy, instead of a movie, was basically like an 8-hour movie. You know, there were some things in terms of the characters that I didn't necessarily think were plausible or that I agree with. Some things about Merch, some ways they handle Lance, but all in all, the show was great. And Harper is a mess. He's selfish. We don't need to get into the whole thing, but Harper is pretty much trash, and he showed it in this one. At 3, and that was on, I think, Peacock. So that's where that's on. Good show. It was really like bittersweet, because it's one of those things where this one was so good you want another one, you know? And I was thinking that the Unfinished Business, you don't necessarily need a show that goes more into these characters, but just more in that world. And you could kind of low-key do a backdoor prequel by actually doing a movie about Unfinished Business, Harper's book. They did the movie within the show, but if they actually did the movie, showed the movie, and did it earnestly, I think that would be interesting, because the only thing we really know about the book is that the person who was supposed to be Jordan ended up getting with Harper, but Harper switched characters in real life to where that person was actually Mia. So we don't really know what happens in that book from the little bits we get from the story. So I think Malcolm Lee, I think is the director, could really do something awesome with that. But anyway, enough of that. And so at 3 is The Gilded Age. So The Gilded Age is on HBO Max. It is based in, like, obviously the Gilded Age. I don't have a great definition for what that is, but you know, somewhere in like the New York area where we're in the development boom, where you got the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and all those kind of people just making all kinds of money and steel and railroad. And we follow a couple families that are just upper crust, and they're just so concerned about that kind of stuff. Like, you didn't call on me, or you didn't invite me to your soiree, and all that other kind of stuff. And then you have this aspiring writer who's African American, who's working for one of the, you know, upper crust Caucasian ladies, who's played by the same person, I forget her name, oh my God, but the same person who's on The Good Fight. And we'll talk about Good Fight real quick. But the show was great. One of the directors, and I think she's an executive producer, is Sally Richardson Whitfield, who was an actress, longtime actress. But if you really look at her like filmography, she's directed a lot of stuff. Check out The Gilded Age. It's really good, you know, interpersonal, all that kind of stuff. Not a lot of violence and all that, you know, vulgar stuff, you know. So, you know, another good show. And that was at 3 on HBO Max. At 2, again, is Virgin River. Virgin River is just like a slice of life, a place I want to be at, you know. And while it is kind of soap opera-y, it's just Mel and Jack and all those people in that town are just terrific, and you know, leaves you smiling. And even when things are going south, like the community's there for one another. That show is all about community, I would say. You know, like the love stories and some people who are a little bit trifling, you know. Yeah, but that show is really good, and that's on Netflix. And then at number 1, which kind of blew both me and wifey out of the water and took us by surprise, is also on Netflix, and it's called Extraordinary Attorney Woo. And this is a K-drama. So we're sitting there reading, watching, getting the feels, enjoying every minute of it. And basically the story is about an autistic lawyer who goes into the workplace and just does her thing. Like, it's just honest. There is a little budding romance with one of her coworkers, and she really doesn't have the capacity to love the way you know, most people are. But he sticks with her. He still likes her. You know, it kind of drives him a little crazy at times. But it's really good. It's a lot of intrigue too. They have a backstory about who her mother is. So Extraordinary Attorney Woo is number 1 for last year. And like, me and wife are like, when is Attorney Woo coming back? When is Attorney Woo coming back? So that's our top 5. Honorable mention, The Crown, a solid season, not the best, but we enjoyed it. House of Dragon, better than the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones. You know, House of Dragon has a lot of stuff in it that's like, you can only take in bursts. It's like, okay, all right. And then The Winning Time, which again, goes back to Sally Richardson Whitfield. She directed and executive produced a lot of those episodes, and it's just about Jerry Buss, Magic Johnson, and the Lakers. And it's the show version that really Magic Johnson didn't like. He also had a documentary on Apple TV that was good, but the dramatization of it is just way more entertaining. So The Winning Time is honorable mention. And then of course The Dropout, Amanda Seyfried, or Seyfried, I know I might be butchering her name, apologies. She did a great job as Elizabeth Holmes, the CEO of Theranos. If you don't know the story, she pretty much got a whole bunch of investors to invest in her company, and her pitch was that she can diagnose multiple diseases, multiple viruses, multiple medical conditions with one drop of blood with her machine. And when it didn't work, she kept trying to buy time, and in the buying of time, a lot of things just turned into flat out lies. So it's Saturday, and I'm just finishing up a quick workout at the Wasteland, which is an old track. It used to be the bomb, but has gone to waste. If you want to check that out, it's real quick. It's on the workout channel, on the workout vlog on Tuesday, the Tuesday vlog, with a little bit of other stuff. But now I'm on my way to the shop to see wifey and redo the sandwich board. For whatever reason, she feels like I'm the only person that can do the sandwich board, so I don't know. So that was at home. Of course, the normal stuff, cleaning out the bunny hutch, and why is this car going so slow? And straightening up a little bit, but it check in with you. Catch in with you when I get to the shop. I'm sure wifey has her camera on the other side, so we'll see how that goes. All right, talk to you later. Rich with all these plants gone?
But it's been a steady flow today.
That's good.
You guys, so this is the first time you guys are seeing me today. Happy Saturday. I think hubby has just told me that he's been vlogging today, but the big cheese on my face is that I was on my way outside to refill my water because the water's in the car, and thank gosh now that I have muscle. But I was opening the door and I saw him, but I was just like, that sure look like my husband, and I just got so happy. I was so happy to see him. I love when he just pops up. You came to do the sign.
Yeah.
He came to do the sign, y'all. We have a Valentine paint, plant, and sip coming up, Valentine weekend on the 11th. So if you guys watch this before that, and you're in Atlanta, because you guys will see this before it happens, then tickets are available on the website. But yay, I'm so excited. Okay, let me go get my water.
So hey you guys, I'm back home, which means I will resume my weekend deflating, which just means for me, a shave and shower before I go back downstairs. I do have an edit to kind of help wifey out with, since we moved to twice a week. She wants me to pitch in on the workout vlog, so I'll try to get some of that done. If I don't, then I'll probably say it in person to her as well, but you guys hear it as well. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think I'll be able to do it. But yeah, just that's pretty much it for me on this Saturday. I'm still feeling that little run just a little bit, and you know, being out and about, getting the body moving. Like I said, so out and about, you know, doing a few things. I'm still a little winded, still a little fatigued from it. From doing the thing, you're not supposed to just kind of sit and be a hermit. You're supposed to carry on as normal. That said, I'm not really like a, you know, task hobby person on my weekends anyway. I mean, I do what's necessary, obviously, but I don't have like event and social to go to. That's just gonna drain me. That goes into the introvert thing as well. But anyway, all that to say, let me clean this up a little bit so I look at least a little decent for church tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later if we don't talk for the rest of the day. So hey you guys, so I'm pretty much done. I mean, you see I tried to fade it down as best as I could. It's getting harder and harder the older I get. I did get some products to go completely bald, but I don't want to right now. I have some work stuff in a couple weeks, and you know, like razor bumps are a thing. A couple videos ago, you did see me get two things. I got the Bump Patrol, which was something I had used before. That's really good about getting rid of razor bumps, because my issue is once I shave my head, I can't shave every day because razor bumps will start to appear like I said in that video, I do all the things. I go with the flow of the hair, all the things you're supposed to do, but I still get pretty bad razor bumps where I can only be bald like maybe 2-3 consecutive days before I'm like, you know, having trouble. So someone recommended another product for razor bumps, but it turns out it's a hair removal, you know, kind of like Nair, a hair removal ointment. So I will try it, but I have had pretty bad experiences with Nair, and that was years ago. So I'm sure, hopefully, technology and all that kind of stuff, and then it being potentially a black targeted product, maybe there's something else conditioned in it that could work a little better for me. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna just kind of finish off, shave the back of my head, put the bump control on there, and then I'm in the shower, and then I'm relaxing. Smooth like a newborn.